This is specifically for the motherfuckers who came out here claiming to represent hip-hop, but really didn't do shit to preserve the value of the fucking art form, the way of life. Hip-hop is a way to live, man. It ain't no institutionalized religion or something. It's a way to live. It's a culture, dog. You know what I mean? You know, so if you ain't really got nothing beneficial to offer this hip-hop shit, preserve the value of the art form, the music, the way of living, don't even fuck with it. We don't need dead weight motherfuckers.
Yeah. Heck yeah. It's gonna be like $200, but
do what you gotta do to be great, bro.
Nah, bro, it's the shampoo and everything.
Scare money don't make no money.
Not at all, baby.
Come on, bro. That's what I've been doing on my DoorDash grind. I have no fucking money left, but I'll cash that little piece that I've got on Friday because I'll be like, yo, I use this money, fill up my tank again, do that shit all over again, bro.
Speaking about filling up my tank, I have to I know Quick Check is right there. Quick Check at a gas station at it, right? The Quick Check.
Yeah. There's a Wawa closer though.
To here?
Yeah.
Where?
Like
it says
right by Claremont.
It says the Quick Check's a mile away.
The Quick Check is like on the border of Belleville and NA, but the Wawa is literally like a 2-minute drive from here. But whichever one you want, bro.
I'll go to Wawa.
I know Quick Check got better sandwiches.
Oh, no, Wawa's right there. It's less than a mile.
It's right there. Yeah. It's right next to the hospital.
Yeah, I'm like on E.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, damn. You know?
Yeah.
It was one of those things.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I'm right there. I could stop for gas when I was right there, though.
Gas is OD lately, too. If you go in the wrong area. Yo,
I'm not even worried too much about the price. I was just trying to get here.
Yeah.
I didn't want, you know what I'm saying? Until I wanted to get it going.
Remember one time I got stuck on 0 at Newark Airport, bro.
Ay, Dios mío.
That was one of the wildest experiences I had in a while, dude.
I bet. This is good right here. I'm liking this right here.
What you looking at?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
The people don't.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. You ever seen that little kid?
Yeah, of course.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Yeah,
That's that splat. That's that splat.
Of course.
Listen, man, right on cue.
Man, it feels good to hear that. It feels good to hear that, brother.
Come on, bro. It's been too long.
I love that.
It's been too long, and you know what? They've deserved it. For the last little bit, we come back, and there's 2 weeks left. It's Cody's Corner.
What's up, man? I love that.
Come on, bro.
I love that.
Excuse me, I was trying to pause that for like 5 minutes. I think it's still playing, right?
It's
you hear
playing.
it? Hold up.
I don't know if I hear it because I got the... There we go.
It was playing a little something real quick. I want to play a little something real quick.
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome officially to Cody's Corner. Cody's week-by-week hot takes on who's going to take the W in the sports you're worried about. For the first time in a long time, I'm sat beside by the one and only David.
What's going on?
We got to start off and say, look, it's been a minute.
It's been a little minute.
We know. There's been a lot going on.
A little bit.
We know. Playoffs are in the division championship. We know. Conference
championship?
Right. If only I spoke English. We know. Listen, so... a lot has happened, obviously. I think the last episode that we put out for
he's
real.
About to go crazy. All I want to say right now is that Mark Andrews, you disappointed me. But go ahead, that's it.
The fumble and the drop pass for the 2-point.
No, I want to let the people know. I just want to let them know from the door.
Because you're a Raven fan now. look. No. Can we all clap up? Oh, look, you're ready. You know what?
He's ready already?
He's ready already. He's been antsy. It's on his toes. I know he's ready to say something.
Let's do it.
I think it's a good way to start the episode.
Why not?
We're going to do it right now.
Okay. What's up?
What's going on? Welcome back.
Cody, what's up? How's it going on? So what are you just talking to here?
You just talking to there. I can hear you crystal clear. You sound perfect.
Perfect. All right.
So I'm going to pop up a picture on the screen, right? We had a little conversation, me and you, when we were watching the Commanders-Lions game, right?
Yeah.
We watched it at home, right? You're there, you're looking at the TV, and something was bothering you. I don't know if you remember what was bothering you. We were watching the game. No?
No.
We started the game.
It wasn't the officiating.
No, not the official. Well, there was a problem with that too, but that's not what we're talking about.
That's a different game.
That's a different game, right? So we're looking at Dan Quinn, the head. No, excuse me.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
It bothered me so much.
Okay. So we were looking at the game. I'll throw it on the screen right now. And Dan Quinn is a grown man, bro.
Bro, no grown man should be wearing a hat backwards like that, bro. Tight as hell, bro.
But what's wrong with that?
It just, man, there's certain things. Once you cross a certain age, you shouldn't do because you look a little ridiculous. And that's where he was borderline ridiculous.
But what's ridiculous about that?
He wears that hat backwards, like, dude. Listen, the coach right across from him wears a hat too. Wears it nice, proper to the front.
Yeah, but he lost.
Listen,
the coach across from him lost though.
Accommodate. So what? You can only do weird shit if you're
if you win.
If you win. So the guy's wearing his hat, accommodating to his age.
Right.
No, Dan Quinn. I could tell right after the game he went and got himself a tattoo of the team name. Oh man,
a bunch of corny shit.
Corny, man. He's crossing that line.
But I think that there's nothing wrong with it though. He's protecting his hair. He's bald. That's number one. He's bald. So does that affect how you can wear your hat at all? Or that's not
if he wore his hat the proper way with a bald head, he looked good.
Proper way being forward.
That backwards shit is for young kids.
Well, maybe the wind blows on the back of his head. You know what I mean? He's catching a little drift.
I don't know if you noticed. You know when he finished the game,
right.
He was on his way out into the tunnel. He took off his hat and threw it into the stand.
Oh, see, but then they would have threw it back because he had it on backwards, though.
It was probably sweaty as hell. You know when you get that little...
You got that brim line right here?
That dirty line you get there.
And there's no hair to protect that like someone else. Because, look, even Dan Campbell...
straight to that...
Dan Campbell has hair. Dan Campbell has a full head of hair.
He does have
You
hair.
Look at him, he takes the hat off, it's a full head of hair, bro.
It's a
so he can wear his hat however he feels like then?
No, he wears it properly.
So it's not a bald thing.
No, it's not a bald thing. It's an age thing.
Okay, so
it's an age thing, and he looks ridiculous. That's the truth.
So you told me at age where you felt like people should stop wearing their hat backwards, and I think that was too young. You said 18. 18 is a little young.
That's young.
18 is a little young.
30, 35. You know, I think once
you cross 40... you just said like 4 different age
you
groups,
cross 40, you got to start wearing your hair properly, man. Listen, you got kids that look up to you.
Right.
You know, you got nephews.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff going on in you might be going bald. So listen, you gotta don't cross that line.
Listen, once you go bald, you gotta become a hat guy.
You gotta be a hat guy,
especially if you live somewhere that's cold.
I agree.
Because you catch that drift. That's it, bro.
Yeah, I totally agree.
He's playing in Washington. It's pretty cold over there.
It is pretty chilly,
right? He has the headset on, covering the front. He usually has the thing blocking his mouth to call the plays, right?
I saw a lot of
catch a little wind back this way.
I got a lot of Commanders games this year. I think I easily saw 5 or 6 games on TV this year. That's a lot, because that's not my team.
It is a lot.
But I watch a lot of football,
right?
And every single time, summertime,
right,
wintertime,
don't matter.
Hat backwards, man.
Oh, so this is not a new thing for Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn, that's his thing. So I looked it up to see if he was doing it. Back in the days, he wasn't doing that. Remember,
What kind of Google search is that, bro? What do you look up?
You just look up his name, see how he wears his hat. Back in the
days.
day,
Dan Quinn backwards.
And remember he was the head coach of, was it the Falcons?
Yeah,
it was the Falcons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's back in the day.
So he's been wearing it since the Falcons.
No, he didn't wear wasn't wearing it backwards back
then. So he started wearing it forward, then he got older, and he started. So he's doing it backwards for you.
Yeah, I don't know why. He doesn't look right. He looks ridiculous.
If I find a picture of you with your hat on backwards, I'm gonna show the world.
Good. I was probably young as hell.
All right. That was it. That's all we had. I thought that was a funny conversation, and I wanted to bring it to
It was a great conversation. You definitely, when you bring Dave back in here, you definitely bring up the favoritism that these guys are getting in every game, and it's been all year long. And it's
talking about Kansas City.
Kansas City, bro.
Too much.
It's too much, and you know what? I hope it reached the front office.
Yeah.
So that this game is a fair game this Sunday.
Is it in Kansas City or Buffalo?
It's in Kansas City, and Kansas City's going down.
Oh, you're calling it.
I'm calling it. Kansas City's going down.
He has a take live on Cody's corner.
Yeah. And Cody's corner, it's going down. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. What they definitely have over Buffalo,
right?
it's a superior coach. Everybody knows that.
Superior coach, superior tight end, superior
better defense.
So what
better running back.
What was Kansas City's first loss this year?
It was Buffalo.
You know what? Against a real team. They listen. They should have had 6.
Are you a Jets fan?
They should have had 6 losses this year.
Here's the conversation me and you were having.
They should have had 6 losses this year. They should have had 6 losses.
So David is one of those.
They barely beat the Ravens game 1.
Yeah.
They never blew anybody out. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this much. I give more credit to Broncos this year. You know the Broncos didn't lose all year long. They didn't lose more than 6 points all year long.
I'm sure.
That defense was incredible.
I'm sure.
Kansas City didn't beat nobody. They didn't put double-digit numbers on anybody all year long.
So you're gonna sit here and say that Denver was more impressive than Kansas City this year?
The whole package, the whole year. I thought they were rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Right. Hall of Fame coach, but second year with that team. You know, they owe a ton of money to Wilson, so it's not like they had all this money to spend.
Right.
That's an impressive resume that team put up this year, and I'm proud of that team.
And Bo Nix allowed to wear his hat backwards.
He's like 20. Bo Nix played. I think he played 6 years in
college. Yeah. I think he redshirted and he sat for something like that. Yeah,
he played a lot.
So he got a lot of backwards hat in college.
Yeah. Well, listen, it was nice chatting with you guys.
It's been a pleasure, bro.
It was a pleasure, bro.
Listen, you're always welcome.
Thank you, guys.
All right. So, what do you think about that? You think he's right about that? Is there an age gap on that?
Listen, man.
I do think there's old people that look goofy.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm the age that I am.
Yeah. You don't want to let the people know?
I don't.
Okay.
Not that I'm ashamed of it. It's just, you don't need to know everything about me.
Okay.
Just yet. We're still getting to know each other.
Right. Take me out to dinner first.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I think that I don't think there's an age gap. I feel like wearing your hat backwards, wearing a cap backwards is almost like very synonymous with just how sports is, right? Like,
I agree.
Like how many times, like are you kidding me? Like how many times has a coach been in your face and then he went like this to
yeah. Oh, you guys ready to get back out there in the half?
Man, like there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
I agree.
Or sometimes it's just easier. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think it's like. Yeah. Now like I don't know. Like I think there's probably like if there's an age where it looks funny is like
old.
Yeah, but even then,
like 60.
I mean, obviously it depends on what the situation, right?
Right.
But yeah, even so, like if I'm a dad, let's say I'm 42,
right,
and I'm with my kids, I'm with my son, I'm at the park or whatever,
right,
I can't wear my cap backwards.
You could wear your hat backwards.
Or I'm not even doing that. What if I'm just shopping? What if I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? What if I'm doing errands with my kids, with whatever? Me
personally,
I got hat backwards.
Don't have a problem with it.
I'm what now?
Look, you're not. I don't think that someone should look at you sideways because you're wearing. That's me. He feels that he would judge you quietly.
Hot take.
Jalapeno
hot take, brother.
This is my thing.
What's up?
I think that there's just hat people, and then there's not hat people, right?
Not hat people.
So you're gonna look silly if you're not a hat person, if it's forward or backward.
There's guys who like Letterman jackets, and there's people that don't.
Same category. Letterman jacket, backwards hat is the same category.
I love Letterman jacket.
Keep it in the closet, buttoned. Unprepared to wear regularly.
All right, and then I believe he asked me, what was it about the Chiefs game, the Chiefs officiating, and all that stuff like that.
Yeah, there was the helmet to helmet where they said they hit Mahomes and the two players hit each other and they actually never hit Mahomes and they gave him a personal foul against Pat.
Yeah,
when they didn't even touch him.
I mean, listen, when you are a superstar team and or player in any sport, you get somewhat favoritism from refs and stuff like that, and it's so blatant that it is like documented. There was like literally like there's refs from the NBA, let's say that, and I'm gonna talk about some people's favorite over here.
Okay.
That used to say about Michael Jordan, like, oh, you can't call that on him,
right?
Or you can't, you know how crazy that is,
right?
For the head of the NBA officiating committee to go to a ref on a game because he called something on Mike and be like, hey, listen, you can't call that on him.
Mm-hmm.
What? So every other player I'm supposed to call it on, but I can't call it on him? That's crazy. And that has happened through the history of sports, and it will continue to happen in every sport. So, listen, at the end of the day, 1, 2 plays, like, I don't know.
There's not enough proof in the pudding is what you're saying?
It's not that there's not enough proof in the pudding, because there are some calls that, like, you know.
Yeah.
But I can say that for probably almost every team that there's been a call that you're like, what? I've seen, you know, face mask calls go completely. I'm watching the Bengals game.
Yeah.
And Joe Burrow gets, you know, a face mask, no call.
Cocked back.
Right.
Yeah,
the next play, it happens to the other team. I forget who they were playing.
Yeah.
And they call it. So it's like, you know, and that's an important game for the Bengals. So,
right.
I mean, I don't know.
Sometimes when people are in the spotlight, it leans towards you want not favoritism, but like a level of like so many eyes on you that there's so much pressure to make the right call. I think.
And not for nothing. And as much as you may hate the Chiefs, all right, cool. Maybe you don't like the Chiefs, or maybe you don't like the fact. Maybe you don't want to see them win again. But what feels better? Does it feel better seeing them lose in the regular season, or does it see them, or would it feel better to see them lose in the AFC Championship?
I'd rather them lose right now.
Exactly.
I'd rather them lose right now.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't want the 3-peat. I'm not one of those people.
No, but that's fine. Like, I'm saying, like, even if they lose, I'd rather them lose in like a big game than, like, you know. Of course, the refs might give them whatever.
Yeah.
Get your thing, get your bye, because we all want to see that. But like, you may lose in the AFC Championship, which I don't think they are.
There's a difference between what I want and what I think is going to happen.
Well, of course.
You have to be a fan and you have to be, you know, analytical of what you're talking about, right? Course. But when people are in the spotlight, there's a lot of people in the spotlight right now. This is another one that I heard, and I was like, oh, he's going to like this one. Ready? Whoa. I don't know if you're ready.
Whoa.
So as far as pressure, right? Obviously, there's a lot of pressure in New York.
Yeah.
Right? And this is what I had in mind. Ready? Yeah. Just hear me out, right? Yeah. It's the battle of the Aarons.
Shut up.
Right now in New York. Ready? No, hear me out. We got Aaron Rodgers. We got Aaron Glenn.
Okay.
We got Aaron Judge. We got Aaron Boone.
Right.
Which one has the most pressure on them right now? Come on, bro. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Come on, bro. Stop playing with him!
That is a good one. You know what? I'm gonna go with Sir Judge, man.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
With the Judgeinator.
With the brim on. He's the captain of the Yankees, bro.
With the Judgeinator. I'm gonna go with the Judgeinator, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because we lost
Soto.
No, it's bum ass Soto or lame ass Soto or something.
Corny ass Soto.
One of those.
One of those.
It's not just Soto.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you.
So he has nothing to lean on anymore.
Well, it's not that. It's just you had somebody to lean on and you disappeared. The year before that, you disappeared. So it's just like, all right, but you're going regular season and you're hitting 60-something home runs. And it's like, all right, like, okay, we got to the World Series. Now, mind you, the Dodgers are stacked, and they're even more stacked now, which is disgusting.
Now, the way that the market moves for LA is like,
it doesn't even make sense.
It shouldn't even be fair.
I don't even know how they're doing that.
They need to put a cap.
There is a cap, though, but I know that they can borrow from their cap, but what is their cap?
No, baseball doesn't have a cap.
At all?
No, like, no cap. No cap.
That's disgusting.
Zero cap. That's why that they're able to get whoever they want. The Dodgers just signed like some 17-year-old from Africa. Did you see that?
No.
It's a 17-year-old. He throws 95 miles an hour. Person no one's ever heard of anywhere.
Of course.
He's a Dodger though.
Of course.
They went to his house, I guess, in wherever. I think it was Sudan. What did I say? Sudan.
Dropped the bag of money.
It was a care package. He dropped it. They said, "Welcome to LA."
And the parents are waving goodbye.
I am so proud of you, son. I think that it's not fair what the Dodgers are doing, but it's not to say that the Yankees haven't made the moves to then make Aaron Judge's life a little easier, right? And that's what that is. You got to make people's life easier. So if I got one more thing to get off my chest, because obviously we've been holding a lot of this in for a while, if you don't mind.
Right.
I had a situation that happened to me today, right? And I didn't know what I was going to talk about on the show today, but you know what? This happened to me today, and it really pissed me off. You might have a different experience than me. You might have the same experience as me. Well, you're driving.
Okay.
Right wherever you are. You're on the highway.
I annoy very easily when I drive.
I know. That's a different story, but I know who you are, right? So, do you get police paranoia when you're driving?
No.
Like, you're driving around and you feel like you see a car that comes behind you and it kind of looks like it could be a cop.
No. If I'm driving dirty, which, I mean, like, in a sense, when I say driving dirty, I mean, like let's say, like, I don't know.
Like you had a beer or something like that?
Not even, like, I don't know. Like, let's say, like, I don't know. Whatever. Just, no.
You know you're doing something you're not supposed to be
not
doing.
supposed to.
Right.
But other than that, on a regular basis, like,
right.
No. Because I'm like, what are you going to pull me? Even if you do pull me over, what?
What's going to happen?
You gonna take it or something like that? Like, because, well, you ain't going to find anything. I'm not riding around with whatever. So.
Yeah, you're not Pablo Escobar. You're not you're not on the run or nothing like that.
So, like, on a daily basis, no, I don't ever really
I'm going to be honest with you. I have a problem with that, right?
And depending on what town I'm in, I really don't care. Because I'm like...
Right.
You don't know who I know here.
So, right. I mean, look, you have a little more pull than I do, I guess, in that aspect. Because, bro, I had a situation when I was younger, not to get into any detail, but cop had me against the hood of my car, went in my pockets, emptied my whole,
Yeah.
He threw all my stuff out the car.
Right.
Disrespect, right? I was like 19, right? So now, right, even though I'm not doing nothing wrong, if I see a car behind me, that even looks like a cop car.
Right.
I'm watching him half in my mirror while I'm driving the whole time.
Oh, well, I mean, listen.
I'm like, yo, this guy has to get off me. So this is my problem, right?
Right.
Why would someone pick a car to drive that looks like a cop car? You're outside making people nervous. Why are you going to go get a white Ford Explorer for fun?
Or a black one.
Come on, bro. Well, now you're driving around and people are just looking at you nervous. I mean, you're on the highway, people slow down in front of you. They think that you could be a cop. You're out here making people anxious on the road,
If
bro.
I see a Ford Explorer regular, I don't think like... Cause
not undercover, though.
No, but cop cars are kind of like... They got like a distinct to it. They only got that extra light.
Yeah, the extra light. There's the bar on the top, right?
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
But sometimes, look, it's late at night.
Don't get me wrong, though.
Yo.
If I'm driving and I see a cop,
right,
I'm looking in my rear view, though.
The whole time.
Don't think...
I'm paranoia. I'm having thoughts in my head. I'm nervous. And I'm not like, you know what I mean? Look.
He wants to make sure he's out of sight.
No, I'm gone. And you know what? I got tints on my windows. They're all down, right?
I'll be fishbowling, so I'm not even...
Listen, I'm not... Look, my shit looks like the Batmobile. So if I'm driving around, maybe that's why I'm nervous. Maybe I don't know. But you know what? Like...
Because you're doing something you know you're not supposed to.
Don't make people Like, don't just go and get a Ford Explorer, bro. Go get something else.
All right, so what's worse, all right? Because you want to talk about... Because I would love to talk about this right now. What's worse?
Please.
Somebody driving a Ford Explorer. Or somebody making a turn, knowing that they're going to make the right turn or left turn and not putting their signal on. Does that not bother you?
It depends on the road.
If I can't get around you, or if I could get around you, if I knew that you were actually turning, because you're in that lane.
Most of the time, I would say that bothers me. There is situations where there's slow towns that people just cruising to the left or to the right because there's not really a lot going on anyway. If you're going straight, you're going straight.
I'm talking about.
You're talking about like a highway with lights on it.
It's semi traffic, whatever the case may be. I'm trying to get where I'm going.
Right.
You're trying to get where you're going.
Right. Left or right.
Left or right. But instead, you want to just drive, and then all of us, because you're going to slow down to hit that right now. I don't know you're turning. So I'm, you know what I'm saying? Moving now behind you, thinking that we're going the same speed, and now all of a sudden you're making the right turn, and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm almost through the windshield now. I hate that.
Yeah.
So please.
Yo, put your signal on.
Just put your signal on. Is it that difficult though?
Now, worst case scenario, that person not making a left or right is a Ford Explorer. Now what do you do?
I don't know.
Now you think it's a cop and you can't be an asshole to the guy.
And I will say this, one last thing, because I do have a little trivia. No, I don't want to say trivia, but maybe a little something.
Anyway, you can call whatever you want. That ain't a problem.
Ain't no problem.
Ain't no problem.
I just want to say that I'm a firm believer that if you are over the age of, like, let's say 70, I think that you should have to retake.
Talk about it.
I think that you should have to retake your drivers.
Once a year?
Yeah, like, honestly, yeah. Once you hit, like, 70, and this is no respect, because there are some 70-year-olds that can drive their ass off.
Yeah, some people are still sharp. Some people are still sharp.
I'm all for that, but there are some that are not.
Yeah.
Okay?
I agree.
So, and it's like, I've been around, like, I'm like, yo, you could, like, these people almost cause an accident sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Then you wonder, like, who's driving? You drive past, and it's grandma, and she's in the wheel like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and looking at you like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I love the young people.
And I get it. Right? Because it's like, you know, who else is going to drive her or whatever.
Right.
But that was just...
And you're getting ready to let it out, and then you see it's an old person, and you're like, oh.
Right.
Have a good day.
So, I have a little trivia for you.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So, in lieu, right, of the conference championship games.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, there being somewhat controversy on Patrick Mahomes, you know, with the Chiefs, and then, you know, Jalen Hurts and all these things, and Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, all these great quarterbacks, right?
Right.
That we know and love. My question to you is, out of all the quarterbacks that we've seen recently, right?
Postseason.
Okay. So, you know, we can go, and even like those last couple games before postseason. So I'm talking, you know, Justin Herbert.
Well, that's the wild card. That made the wild card.
C.J. Stroud, you know, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson.
Right, the best.
Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff.
The cream of the crop.
The cream of the creams, right?
Okay, cream of the creams.
I don't know.
I like that one. No, we're going to let it roll. It's fine, cream of the creams.
Out of those quarterbacks, right, that we talk about, which quarterbacks, are actually undefeated in conference championship games?
Out of the quarterbacks, which are undefeated in conference? Well, you got to think of people that I'm thinking of people that have gone once and they went all the way and they haven't reappeared, so it's easier for them to be. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow has to be Jalen Hurts.
Jalen
Hurts, come on, bro. They're the favorite right now.
Jalen Hurts is one.
I'm gonna say, how many are there? Do you know off top?
It's 2.
There's only 2.
Mm-hmm.
Undefeated. So up until now, so that means they have to still be in it now. Then
no,
just people that have gone.
Whether they played, they've been they were in the playoffs. Quarterbacks in the playoffs, right? That I mentioned. All the quarterbacks that we've seen in the playoffs.
Undefeated in a conference championship means that they went to the Super Bowl. Pat Mahomes.
No. They lost to the Bengals. I think, remember that year?
Yeah, when they played Philly.
Yep.
Wow. And they're active today. Like, they're active in the NFL now.
They're active. I just said the QBs that were in the playoffs.
Conference championships. It can't be Lamar.
Nope.
It can't be Josh Allen. I'm trying to think of people who have been to the Super Bowl as of lately. Brock Purdy?
No. Brock Purdy wasn't in the playoffs either.
Well, they went to the chip and then he went all the way up.
Yeah,
no?
I said the quarterbacks that are in the playoffs right now.
Oh, okay. So there's only 4.
What you mean?
You're talking about this playoff, the entire playoff run. Okay.
You're not guessing it anyway, honestly. You're stumped regardless.
No. I'm going to say one more name. If I don't get it, then it's only 2 of them. So let's say conference championship.
Yeah, man.
I give up. I don't know. I tried it in my brain.
Russell Wilson.
Really?
Got the Super Bowl twice.
That's true.
Won one of them.
Look, it's 6 o'clock somewhere.
Look at that.
It's 6 o'clock somewhere.
Here in Jersey.
It's 6 o'clock right here.
Here in Jersey.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, man. Crazy, right?
That is super interesting.
Crazy, right?
So does that mean, all right, well, I don't know if this was on anyone's list, right?
What?
But how likely do you think Justin Fields is out of there?
I actually think they re-signed Justin Fields. And
let Russell Wilson play until he can't?
So, it's funny that you say that, right? Because there's a couple people, right, that are coming up, whether it be because of money or whatever the case may be, right? And, whether money, age, whatever the case may be. So I want to ask you whether you think they should be cut, re-signed, traded, or retired.
Okay. The only one that has to be on retire is Aaron Rodgers.
Mark Andrews.
Cut, re-sign, traded, or retire? That was the 4?
Yeah.
John Harbaugh came out and said that he's all behind Mark Andrews.
He makes $16 million. Tight end. He had a fumble.
He should be re-signed
or restructured
for less. For less.
Do you think that he'd be willing to restructure his contract?
I do. Considering he had a bum year this year, yes. I would hope so. If he still wants to be a Raven, I hope so. Okay. Because his performance this entire year was lackluster at best, and he basically cost him the game.
I agree. I mean, I don't know if he'll restructure because you also take the chance that another team might want to pay him top dollar. I mean, he is Mark Andrews.
What does that mean now? He's not top 10 anymore.
No?
No.
Tight ends?
No.
Name 9 better.
Keep going with your list, please.
Right.
We'll be here all day between my list and your list and this game and my game. Let's go. I'm here. Let's go.
Oh, you're gonna like this one. Cooper Kupp.
Ooh, traded.
Oh, damn, that was quick.
Traded quick. Puka is the guy over there. Matt Stafford isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
Is it
He's not the number 1. He's the number 2.
Is it time to? Could he be possibly a number 3 at this point in his career?
Behind DeMarcus Robinson?
Well, no, DeMarcus Robinson's the ball. I'm saying just like like I don't believe in Cooper Kupp. I've never really thought that
he had his peak.
He had his peak, but that peak lasted very short. Like it was 1 year.
When they went on the run, when they won the chip, that was his peak.
That was it.
That was his peak.
And then he hasn't been shit since.
Yeah. And they got fortunate enough to have a Puka Nacua to replace what he wasn't giving anymore. And they just so happened.
But he hasn't really been. Has he been a top 10 receiver in the past 3 years?
Yes. 10, yes.
Top 10?
10, yes. He's
Cooper
10.
Kupp.
He's 10, but top 10. He's 10. He's bottom 10. 9, 10. And a lot of teams would accept Cooper Kupp at this point in his career.
$29.8 million.
That's what he's looking for?
His 2025 salary.
A team will give it to him. A team will give it to him. I don't know who it is. I don't know if the Rams. This is what I think is going to happen. I think that Cooper Kupp is going to be there as long as Matt Stafford's there, and once he's gone, Cooper Kupp will be involved in whatever rebuild they decide to do, focusing Puka Nacua around their core of wide receivers. That's what I think is going to happen. He almost got traded this season.
I hear you.
He almost went to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but that's before. But again, you are as good. Like, it's what have you done for me lately, right?
Yeah.
So now we're looking at you. You know, okay. Well, when we could have got top dollar for you,
right?
Because everybody thought that okay, he's healthy again now. Whatever the case, maybe he's gonna come back. But then you come back and you're shit.
Right.
You're not worth as much anymore.
Yeah, he was injured for a little while. He didn't know if he was gonna do it. Then he started playing his ass off in the middle of the season.
Gonna switch it up a little bit.
Okay.
Von Miller. If you want a little perspective, salary is $23.8 million.
He's still top 5 linebacker in the league right now. Von Miller?
Top 5 edge rusher. Von Miller.
Well, he's probably top 5 paid.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still making a difference in Buffalo. Look where they're at. He was out for a little bit of the year this year, so I could see why you argue if he should. I think he should be re-signed. He re-signed for a short contract. He's already at the end. What is he, like 30? He has to be up there, right?
He's got to be up there.
He has to be. I think
got to be up there a little bit.
He deserves to get re-signed. If he doesn't get re-signed, he should retire.
Okay. Joey Bosa.
Joey Bosa?
$36.4 million. $10 million more. Actually, $13 million more than Von.
It's a different position, though. He's an edge rusher.
They're both on the edge. They both play the
Von
edge.
Miller, he also plays the middle. He plays the mic.
He plays outside, if anything. He plays the edge, though. That's Von Miller's bread and butter.
I think that San Francisco's defense can't afford to lose anyone else. And I think if
they got Khalil Mack, who has decided to
Joey
come back.
Bosa's in his prime right now, though.
Joey Bosa's not in his prime.
Talking about Nick Bosa or Joey Bosa?
I'm talking about. I said Joey Bosa.
Well, Joey
so
Bosa.
Who am I talking about?
Joey Bosa is the one on the Chargers.
Yes.
Oh no, he should retire.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought you meant Nick Bosa.
No. Nick Bosa's.
I thought I'm here thinking about San Francisco.
No.
I'm thinking about his fishbowl helmet. Yeah. I'm like, yo, he's balling
I don't know if he should retire, but
he should retire.
I think that maybe they should cut him or try to trade him. I don't know about retire. I think he's still young enough to play because he's not like old like that, but he's definitely the older of the two Bosas.
He's the older of the two, and he's the less talented of the two.
Less talented, and he's also the more injury prone of the two.
Yeah. Now,
so
Joey Bosa might have to go join LiAngelo on that next feature coming up.
I might swerve, bend that corner, whoa.
Okay.
Bitch on a tight if I speak and this bitch start letting shit go. And I heard that she won the show. You ever heard the 70s version of that?
I haven't heard the 70s
Oh
version.
my God, yo.
Yeah, but why did he perform at the Detroit game, though?
I don't know.
They paid him to. Are they from Detroit? Like, is there any background information on that? I've been waiting for someone to be like, I forgot who said it. I saw it. But that's just to say that, like, it's okay for the older brother to not be the better one when it comes to sports, especially. Like, I think another good example would be, like, I think that given the right situation, I think TJ Watt could end up better than JJ Watt career-wise if they do something about it, you know? So
maybe. I mean,
I'd say
both have had pretty amazing careers. So
yeah. I say Joey Bosa retires.
Okay, I'm gonna find that thing before the
70s thing.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Because it's absolutely amazing.
Because
you've heard the original one, right?
Yeah.
All right, so back to it.
Let's hear it.
Devontae Adams.
I think
$38.3 million.
That's so hard because the quarterback situation is hard in New York. Because he signed a 1 year. Well, what is he looking for? A multi-year? He's 31.
He's not looking for anything. He had 2 years left on his deal.
Oh, so he's just gonna play. After the 2.
He's got 1 year left. He's slated for $38.3 million this year, 2025. That's his salary.
The Jets should give it to him. He should resign.
You don't have to resign. We have him already.
Well, but
the option is cut, trade.
But you're talking about right now. Or you're talking about at the end of his contract.
I'm talking about right now.
Well, then don't do anything. Yeah,
don't keep him.
N.A. I don't know what you want me to say.
All right. That's what.
Not applicable. Look, stay where you're at. I love you, Devontae Adams. The last 4 weeks of Jets football, phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Devontae, so I don't.
He wears my favorite number.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Devontae.
And he's balling on him.
I'm a fan of Devontae, so yeah. Don't cut him, don't trade him, don't none of that.
And you know I'm a big Aaron Rodgers guy. I think he made Aaron Rodgers look picture perfect the last 3 weeks.
It helped.
He had like 2 touchdowns a game, basically.
It helped.
Come on, bro. It's this guy.
It helped.
Come on. All right, next one.
Travis Kelce.
If he wins the Super Bowl, he should retire. And I say that because it would be beautiful to end on a win, and it would be beautiful to end on a win on your worst season in a long time. Finish on a high note, because you see that the sunset is coming anyway.
The sun is on the horizon.
He could walk into the sunset with Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark, and they'll call it a day.
The sun is on the horizon.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
sure.
I think he needs to cut his hair first off. He needs to get rid of that little middle part mustache, little yippee-ki-yay look he has going on, and drive away into the sunset.
So this is a fun thing, right?
Okay.
So the Vikings. We all saw the debacle at the end of the season, right?
Right.
The
Sam Darnold looking like he was wearing a Jets uniform again.
Essentially, right?
Right. Yeah.
Which brings up a lot of questions now for Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
Now, who's somebody that played for Green Bay?
I know what you're gonna say.
That played for New York.
Don't hurt my feelings, bro.
And played for Minnesota.
Brett Favre.
Who so far has played for Green Bay?
He's not going.
Played for New York.
He's not going.
Kevin O'Connell's back.
He's not going.
Kevin O'Connell's back. You got Justin Jefferson.
Aaron Rodgers isn't going.
You got Justin Jefferson. You got Jordan Addison.
You got Aaron Jones, his old running back from Green Bay.
Aaron Jones, his old running
listen,
back.
I get it. And he can follow in the footsteps of Big Bro. I get it. It looks beautiful. I'm gonna tell you why he's not gonna do it.
I don't think he's gonna do it.
He got to witness firsthand how that division despised Brett Favre after he did what he did. He went back to Lambeau Field in a Vikings uniform, and I haven't heard a louder boo.
Yeah.
In a video, I think ever in life. Come on, bro.
That's something
to consider. You're going. What I think. Because
and we all know that Brett Favre doesn't have a loyal bone in his body.
Listen, he doesn't, and he also had a whole scam going on. He was selling this and that. He's a piece of garbage.
He was literally cutting people out on welfare checks or something. Something crazy.
He was Bernie Madoff in them for real. And if you don't know who that is, it's the pyramid scheme god. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Yeah, of course.
So with that being said, I think if Aaron Rodgers decides to play again one more year,
okay,
he will be a Jet.
I agree.
I
agree.
My only concern is that he will not want to come back to a newly head coach in Aaron Glenn. That'll be up his you-know-what, trying to get them to have some structure over there. Because if I'm Aaron Glenn and I'm coming as the first-time head coach, guns are blazing, everything's out, we're going right here, and I'm coming in strict because there's no structure in the motivation behind the New York Jets right now. So the last thing you need is a Hall of Fame quarterback with nothing left in the tank emotionally. Because, can he move the same way he used to? No. But his arm is still there. But he might not care. He already, you know what I mean? Ran into the sunset and then ran back. You know what I mean? So right now, I think that the biggest concern would be if he does come back, is he going to do what Aaron Glenn is trying to implement in New York? Or is he going to keep doing him the same way Aaron Rodgers always just does him?
Well, this is why I said something about I need to see what they're doing with offensive coordinator, because that is going to tell me if they're actually wanting to create their own culture,
right,
or if you just want to continue what Aaron Rodgers is saying. And that I'm not for, because
They already tried it.
Exactly.
It didn't work.
And it didn't work.
They gave him whatever he wanted. Yo, you want Hackett? Here you go. You want Devontae Adams? Here you go.
So it's like and what signing Aaron Glenn shows me is that the Jets are trying to, which is why I need to see the offensive coordinator, because we're going the same route that we've always gone.
Yeah.
Defensive minded team.
First time head coach.
Always. We can go back. Todd Bowles.
Yeah. Todd Bowles, Rex Ryan. You make your pick.
Eric Mangini.
Adam Gase was
Adam Gase was
an offensive guy.
He was supposed to be a quarterback whisperer.
That guy was a weirdo.
Yeah, but other than that,
so,
it's always the same.
Even Bill Parcells.
Right. It's always the same formula.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just like, all right, like, which is fine because there has been some success in it, but it was successful when Mark Sanchez was there. And we had a extremely good defense,
right,
and a very good running game
100%.
at that. So all Mark Sanchez had to do was manage the game.
Right.
Does Aaron Rodgers gonna feel comfortable doing that? Like, is Garrett Wilson, Devontae, I still need to see something, and even if you're managing the game, you still need to be able to call and make, have explosive plays and stuff like that. And like, okay, Devontae Adams helps Aaron Rodgers, but I don't know. Like, I need to see who we get for offensive coordinator and things like that.
I want to say this before because I just want to hop right into who I think is going to the chip right after this. But, we haven't spoken, you and I, too much, Jets.
Right.
So I want to say this, right? Aaron Glenn was the best option available in the coaching market. If you look outside of, a lot of people are upset they didn't contact Mike McCarthy. And a lot of people were upset that they didn't contact, other vets, right? Obviously, we caught Vrabel a little too late and things like that. Okay, so Aaron Glenn, I think, was the best option available, right? Now, I think he will be the saving grace to what is left of what was supposed to be our amazing defense since we lost Olbrich.
This is my thing, though. I feel like the Jets' formula for hiring coaches and staff and GMs, it's always the same shit. Like, and it's had some success and stuff, but it's always like we always just want to hire. Aaron Glenn used to be a Jet. Yeah. He got drafted by the Jets.
He was a corner and he was nice.
Exactly, but do you see the trend? Like, it's always like the same type of like guys. Like, it's great that we're loyal, right? It's great that we're loyal to like Jets and like the people that want to be Jets and all that good stuff like that. But
it's a good story.
But it's a great story. But damn it, I want wins, bro.
Yeah.
Damn it, I want to see the playoffs. So it's like, all right, being a defensive coordinator is not the same thing as being a head coach, and we saw that with Jeff Olbrich, because Jeff Olbrich was a good defensive coordinator.
Yeah, he wasn't ready though.
But he wasn't ready.
And you know what?
Well, he just got another job
as a defensive coordinator in Atlanta.
Right.
That's a different story. He was meant to be a defensive coordinator.
But we don't know if Aaron Glenn is ready either. You don't know that. You don't know that.
We don't. I would hope.
We won't know that until we know. So
I think that coaches obviously are going to bring in their guys at the end of the day. Like, a head coach is going to be like, I want this guy as my offensive coordinator. The rumor is it's going to be the tight ends coach of the Rams. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah.
And obviously he's a defensive guy. He's going to bring in his own defensive guy probably. I think that the defense when Jeff Olbrich was our defensive coordinator specifically was fantastic. We were holding Minnesota to 17.
No, he was a good defensive coordinator. That's why he got a job like that.
Exactly. And you know what? I don't blame him for jumping ship either.
I don't either.
Because obviously, if they interviewed everyone and their mother, right? Because you could have called the Jets last week. They might have gave you an interview on Zoom, right? You feel me?
Yeah.
Therest no reason for me to think, if I'm Jeff Olbrich, okay.
Well, he was never going to get that. He was never going to get that head coach job
at all, and he knew that.
He knew that though. I don't think that's why he left. I just think that it all has to do with like opportunity and stuff like that. Like, so I'm not mad that he went to the Falcons. Falcons probably offered him some good amount of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe even a little bit more leeway. And also, you got to understand that if we're hiring an entirely new head coach, just like you said, he's going to want some of his own staff and stuff like that too. You may not know where he might want to go.
Right.
And Aaron Glenn I'm sure is gonna also want his hand in those defensive play calls.
Of course, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So I mean,
it's a lot to dig into,
it's
bro.
A lot,
and it's all speculation right now.
It's all speculation
because we need to see how the draft goes. We need to see who he picks. And I'm gonna leave this right here. You know who I think would be a great defensive coordinator? Just got fired.
Who?
Gerard Mayo. In division.
I do not agree with the Patriots doing that.
Horrible decision. They set him up for failure, and then they watched him fail, and they let it burn in the garbage can. It wasn't. And F the Patriots. Can we just put that out there? I'm not here to tell you that I'm here as an upset person about the Patriots. I'm not. If anything, I'm glad that they're folding. But Vrabel is not going to do anything different with the same group that Gerard Mayo made look better.
They just wanted Vrabel there
because he was a Patriot.
So was Gerard Mayo, but it's like Vrabel's a head coach.
Yeah.
Like we all know, we all could know and look at Coach Vrabel, and see his body of work, and we know that he can be a head coach, successful head coach,
right,
in the NFL. And I think that it was one of those things where it was like, you don't think that they called Mike Vrabel last year?
Of course.
And what did Mike Vrabel probably do? I don't know if I'm ready.
Well, you know what the thing is?
I don't know if I want to, you know what I'm saying? Because, listen, there's probably a million stories that we don't know.
Of course.
Whatever.
Right.
And they could have easily got, because Mike Vrabel wasn't coaching last year.
Right.
Where was he?
Right.
Right? All of a sudden. So if you think that he didn't get a call last year, you're bugging.
Right. He was in the sunset.
Right. So what happened?
Yeah.
Got bored in the crib, maybe. Right? This is all speculation, obviously. But if I had to guess, got bored in the crib.
Right.
They didn't have a very good season. Have a good relationship with Robert Kraft, other people in the organization, picking his brain. Oh, I would have did this. That. Next thing you know, you're getting interviewed. You want to come back? We'll give you this. We'll give you that. We'll give you this. He's like, I spent enough time with the kids.
Right. I'm
coming back.
And he won a chip with them. It's kind of like
come on.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. And
let's keep it a beat.
We can do this all day long, right? Yeah. They didn't choose Mayo. It was clause in his contract when Belichick left, so it wasn't a selection process for that. It was he was the predecessor, or the successor. He was the successor of Belichick.
Supposed to be. Supposed.
And you know what? He did a lot better than most would in their first year.
Nobody's saying he did wrong. I could see him being a defensive coordinator somewhere or something like that. Like, of course, you know what I mean?
I could
start getting that coaching into your ranks and stuff like that. Shit, if I was Vrabel, I might ask Gerard Mayo to be a linebackers coach.
Something.
Right?
Something.
Why not?
Line him up with Quincy Williams. And what's it called? C.J. Mosley, if he comes back a little healthy.
No, not for the Jets. I'm saying if I'm Vrabel.
I said give him a DC position at
New York.
In New York, why not? We need a DC. We just lost Olbrich, right? They have a little speculation for the OC.
He can't do
nothing
that.
in the room for the DC.
He wouldn't do that though, just because look how loyal Belichick was to Gerard. That would almost be like a slap in the face because we know that Bill Belichick absolutely hates the Jets.
Well, you know what? Robert Kraft just smacked Gerard Mayo in the face with his you-know-what.
That's fine,
and said, get to moving. So where's the loyalty back? You don't need to show loyalty back.
Your loyalty is with Bill. So it doesn't matter. Bill doesn't want... You can take any other job but there. And if you're that good of a defensive coordinator, you will get offered elsewhere. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So it's like...
I hear you.
What's your loyalty to? Your loyalty to the Patriots or to me? I'm telling you that I would hate for you to be a defensive coordinator for the Jets.
I'm not mad at you for it. Speaking of loyalty to the Pats, Josh McDaniels back as their offensive coordinator.
They're gonna do good over there.
Yeah, they're gonna be all right.
Gosh darn it,
they're gonna be all right. And Lord knows Josh McDaniels.
We're gonna be all right too. We're gonna be all right too. The Jets. We're gonna be all right
man,
too.
We'll be all right.
We're gonna be all right.
Listen, I think Michael Kay said himself he wouldn't be surprised. This is a little bold. He said he wouldn't be surprised if Jets won 9 games next year.
Michael K doesn't know shit about football.
Oof.
What?
Mr. Yes Network.
Yeah. Baseball? Got it. Especially the Yankees? Sure. Have you ever heard his takes about football? They don't know football over there on the Michael K show. I've listened to enough Michael K to know that, like, you know who surprisingly... That's not a hot take. Go ahead. Go listen.
I mean, he's probably going to be in the baseball commentator Hall of Fame.
Stephen A. don't know shit about football neither.
I mean, they all got their sports. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I'm telling you, a lot of these personality people are just personalities. That's what they are. That's what he is. Now, listen, when it comes to baseball knowledge, I give it to Michael K. I'm not taking away that.
Right.
But I'm not giving him football. I'm not.
I get you.
I'm not listening to Michael K for his football takes. Just not. I am not.
I don't blame you.
If I want to know something about the Yankees, I want to know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's my guy. I trust that source. Football, basketball, no.
You know who's getting a little sloppy? If we could just be on this topic
What's
right
up?
now. At this point, who? Boomer Esiason. He's getting a little sloppy, and it has nothing to do with anything other than age.
Bro, have you listened to First Take at all recently?
Yeah.
Does Stephen A. ever give you any type of take that doesn't have to that are even
they're all hot?
Are they even factually based? What does he say?
It's not that. I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying.
Do you take anything that from after watching him and say, well, damn, I didn't know that, or wow, that was an interesting take? No, nothing. You know who gives good insight? You know who I do like? A guy like Dan Orlovsky. Dan Orlovsky's nice.
Okay. Dan Orlovsky knows what he's talking about.
Dan Orlovsky knows the game.
Yep.
This is what I'm talking about. These are the type of people that I like. Those are, you can tell who knows what they're talking about and who doesn't.
I'm going to tell you, because I got the list of 98.7 New York hosts right now.
So, wow.
I'm going to tell you.
About to put them on blast?
No, we're going to put them on blast.
Listen, I listen to you guys every day, so I don't want to hear it.
Rothenberg knows what he's talking about. I'm going to say Jay Williams knows what he's talking about.
Rick DiPietro knows what he's talking about.
DiPietro knows what he's talking about.
Don't.
Don LaGreca knows what he's talking about. Bart Scott knows what he's talking about.
You're right.
I'm going to say, let's see, right here.
You're right.
You're
right. Alan Hahn knows what he's talking about.
Knows, and then
knows what he's talking about.
Okay, so we're going to go through the people I haven't said yet.
Okay.
Michael K., you said doesn't know what he's talking about.
Baseball and primarily Yankees, yes. Everything else, I'm not giving it to him.
I'm gonna tell you one person. This is disappointing because I was super excited to really dive into sports radio and hear him a lot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Pete Rosenberg.
Wait, you actually thought that he was gonna know
I already knew him
about?
as a personality from other radio, and then I had people tell me, "Yo, I actually heard him say something."
One thing I will say is that Peter Rosenberg knows his teams.
Yes.
He knows the Orioles.
He knows the history.
He knows the Commanders, stuff like that. But overall, knowledge of it, no, I wouldn't give it to him.
Yeah.
At all.
Anita Marks.
She's good.
She has good picks.
She knows football.
Yeah.
She knows football. Anita Marks knows football for sure.
I'll give you that.
For sure, she knows football.
And then that's really it right here. Oh, Greeny.
Oh, Greeny.
Greeny knows what he's talking about.
Greeny knows what he's talking about. Greeny is...
He's very hit or miss, though.
Well, Greeny, because Greeny is very... he's a very biased kind of guy for me.
Very Jets kind of guy.
He's very, it's his opinion, really, of what it is.
Yeah.
It's an educated opinion.
It is. There's information behind it,
there's
for
information
sure. He's not talking out of his you-know-what.
But it's still, a very biased... it's more his own personal kind of thing.
Yeah,
more so than anything else. But he does... He
so,
knows what he's talking about.
Since we're done judging everyone on 98.7, right? I want to say this. We'll get through this as fast as possible because I think this is an easy one. There's two games on Sunday.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
What do you got? Straight up and down, black and white, the piano keys. What do you got?
All right. So
Bills, Chiefs, Commanders, Eagles.
I know who's playing.
Yeah, I know you know.
This is tough, man, because I don't like the Eagles. And I don't like the Bills. So, I want the Commanders to win, but I think the Eagles are going to win. And I want the Chiefs to win, but I don't want the Chiefs to win. But I really, really don't want the Bills to win because if it was up to me, Josh Allen would never win a Super Bowl. Ever. Just for, you know what I'm saying? And it's not really I don't want to say it's Josh Allen because he seems like a nice guy.
He is a nice guy.
But fuck that too. I don't want to hear that. Shut up. Kicking my team ass and you nice about it? Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that, bro.
They interviewed him. They were like, hey, what do you think it's going to take for you guys to get to do this conference game, right? You know what his first answer was? Well, the first thing we got to do is really important that we all have a great week of practice.
Shut up, bro. Shut up. You know what I'm saying?
And we just gotta make sure we keep having fun.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up, bro. I don't want to hear that shit. I like that. See, now, what Lamar was talking about, like, I ain't really cool with you. Like, I ain't really trying to be friends.
With
like
the shiesty on.
Yeah, with the shiesty on. All you see is his
lips just hanging out.
Lips with the hella long freaking looking grimy. Like, I love that shit. Go the freaking fronts on. Like,
look, man.
Come on, man. Like, that's the shit. So, but that's it. But also, Kansas City is like, all right. But also, it might be cool to see history too. Don't front, like, you know.
Three-peat.
You know, don't front. Like, all right, say what you want to say, but Tom Brady was out there winning 7, and we all hated it while he did it.
Yeah.
But then when he left,
but it was history.
Right. But then when he left, we all, you know what I mean? He's the greatest of all time, this and this and that. So it is what it is, you know?
I'm going to tell you like this, because this is how I feel.
And he might get a 3-peat and then never win again.
Look.
And then what?
I wouldn't care about that.
So just to answer my picks,
go ahead.
My official picks
let's hear it.
Are it's going to be a repeat of the Super Bowl from 2 years ago, and it's going to be Chiefs and Eagles.
All right. Not mad at it.
It's going to be Chiefs and Eagles. That running game.
I was going to say.
That running game for the Eagles, man. Saquonimus. I'm trying to think. Saquonimus, Ezekiel Barkley.
Ezekiel.
I don't know. That's my.
You try to throw another big name in there.
Yeah.
Bartholomew.
Yeah.
Look,
the third.
It's no mistake, and it's no undoubtedly stated that they're the best running game left. Philly.
Yeah.
They're the best running game left. Even if Pacheco miraculously came back.
Which is dumb, because Ravens. I don't even want to talk about
that. They're the best running game left.
I don't get what they did.
All I'm saying is left.
I don't understand what they did.
That's neither here nor there.
You got D. Henry back there.
But
them boys, 300 pounds up there.
I don't want a three-peat, right? I'm going to say this right to the camera. I don't want a three-peat because I think there are other teams in NFL history that deserved a three-peat more than the Chiefs deserve a three-peat right now.
Who?
The 07 Pats. The Randy Moss Pats. He deserved to go back because a lot of teams have went back-to-back. The Pats went back-to-back. The Chiefs went back-to-back, obviously, now.
Okay, yeah, but
I think that if they won 3, it would be on the worst year they've had in a while, and it would be a feat, obviously unprecedented, so they're going to try and use that to make it seem as though this team is the best team of all time, the same way that we talk about, the 95 Bulls.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They're going to be put in that category, and truthfully, I don't think that they're there right now. I don't think they, even if they would be the first team to make it to the Super Bowl, let alone win 3 times in a row.
Listen, I'm a fan.
Hold up, before you say that, because I want to put my picks out there. If there's any team that can beat Philly, it's this one.
The Commanders?
The Commanders. Aside from their schematic, they have a great coach. They have a quarterback that looks extremely calm in the pocket. I don't think their running game is that present, but Terry McLaurin has proven that he's not here to play around, and it's a divisional game. So if there's any team that knows this team played them more than others, it's this team, and it's a divisional game, so it can go either way.
Saquon Barkley going for 200-plus yards.
He could.
No, he's going to that game. The Commanders do not play the run very well. And that defense right now for Philly is playing just lights out. Honestly.
Philly's missing a corner, though.
No, I ain't worried about that.
That's the corner that was supposed to be on McLaurin.
I'm not worried about
Now they got a backup on McLaurin,
That's
bro.
fine. They play the nickel, which they like to do. So they play a lot of nickel. Get that extra guy in there. Get that extra corner in there.
Yeah.
They'll be fine. Trust me. They're not losing that game.
I think
they're not going to. And as much as I hate Jalen Hurts, he doesn't like... He'll win a big game, and it may not be what we want to see, but he damn sure as hell won't lose the game. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, he won't lose that game.
Yeah.
So if he can help it, he won't lose that game. Will he do anything spectacular to like make you say, "Oh my God, like Jalen Hurts"? No, but he won't lose it.
Yeah.
And they'll feed that ball to Saquon all day long.
Yeah.
And I that's what I'm saying. So it's like, and they'll run that clock. What are you gonna do it's all like I don't see it, man. And like I think they had the ball for like 8 minutes or some crazy shit like that. Like time of possession is just be lopsided as hell with them, yo. And it's just I don't see the Commanders having enough opportunities. I know they like to do that 4th down thing. They go for it more so than any other team in the league on 4th down, which is all fine and dandy. But you know, you do that to a team like the Eagles. You know, at the 40-yard line, at the 50-yard line, you just gave us, you know, or even worse off if you tried at the 30-yard line. You're like, you know what I mean? So
I get what you're saying.
I got the Eagles. As much as I hate it, listen, I would love for the Commanders to go out there and shut me up and light the Eagles up. I would love it. But
is the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl the best story there is in the line? Because look, you got newly traded Saquon Barkley finally emerging. Now he's basically on his way to potentially make it to the Super Bowl. You got the Chiefs that are willing to three-peat, first time to ever do it in history. You got the underdog story of Washington Commanders going from it was supposed to be a rebuild to the conference championships, or you got Josh Allen finally getting his chance to take the crown off of Pat Mahomes.
See, the problem is that Jaden Daniels, if the Commanders win, they're not going to win the Super Bowl at all, no matter who they play, whether it be the Bills or the Chiefs. It's not going to happen. I don't see it.
The Eagles have a chance, though.
The Eagles have a chance. So, and it's like, and I really don't want the Bills to ever win a Super Bowl, bro. I just don't. I wouldn't be mad if they did. You crazy as hell. I would.
Look,
I know. Yeah, you can have your opinion.
You're a little older. That's so fine. you have a certain built-in
Bills
hatred.
have been kicking your ass for your whole life too.
I mean, but yeah, I would rather someone from home do it.
Nah. Because it ain't home.
It is home.
Your home is not Buffalo. Go to Buffalo with a Jets jersey.
You're a Ravens fan. I don't want to hear none of
I
that.
ain't nobody know
You're a Ravens fan. I don't want to hear none of that.
Nah, man, but I am a fan.
Memes of him with the shiesty on and all that.
I think the Ravens are a good team.
Okay, hypothetically,
I ride for the Jets.
Forget about who's in what.
I'm a Jet fan.
Would you rather? Your team is in the AFC, obviously.
Yeah.
Would you rather an AFC team win the chip or the NFC?
Honestly,
forget it. Forget about who's in it. Who would you rather, AFC or NFC?
I'd rather an AFC. I'd rather keep it. I'd rather keep it there.
So if it got down to Josh,
but not in my division, though.
But if it came down to Josh Allen,
not my division.
You would pick Philly over Josh Allen?
Yes.
Not to win, you to root for?
Yeah.
Oh, you're crazy.
If it's
the door's right there.
If it's Bills and Eagles, I'm going for the Eagles. You know why? Saquonimus Ezekiel Barkley the third.
Listen, he's a great guy. We're talking about a great guy.
Saquontavious.
Saquononius.
Him. So
Saquononius.
You know what I'm saying?
Barcolonius. Your esophagus.
Your esophagus.
No, but all jokes aside, I think my predictions up and down is I'm gonna go with the hot take. I'm gonna do the opposite of yours. I'm gonna say Washington, Buffalo.
Okay.
I think the script wants it to be Kansas City, but there's someone in the way of that.
Listen,
and
I don't
Josh
think there's
Allen.
a script. I just think that, at the end of the day, listen, they still have to hold these teams. I still see, because as much as you want to say with refs, yeah, there's one or two calls, and maybe they, somewhat come at untimely, but I also see Travis Kelce out there being playoff Kelce.
Yeah, they're looking so natural.
You know what I'm saying? And then, I also see Kareem Hunt looking like Kareem Hunt from a few years ago, too.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt before he kicked that girl in the face, Hunt.
I don't know what's up with Isaiah Pacheco, but, and also I just see Patrick Mahomes, and they're also very well coached, man. And that defense, and people forget that defense also is stout, man. They don't
top 10.
They don't let you do much as it is, so... yes, you have to go out and you have to beat the Chiefs. You have to go out and you have to play a perfect game.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's acceptable. I think the Chiefs have earned that moniker.
Yeah.
You want to beat us? You got to play a perfect game.
Right.
And then I'm saying it hasn't been done because it's been done.
Yeah.
But it's hard to do. So.
Now... I'm going to ask you one more question, and then we'll get out of here.
All right. What's up?
Would this
ending thoughts?
Would this be a whole different story if it was Detroit instead of Washington? Does that change the ball game altogether?
I mean, listen, if you're there, you're supposed to be there. Commanders haven't shown me anything. Like, they're playing very well right now.
To me, they're playing perfect football.
They're playing extremely well right now. Jaden Daniels looks like he's been in the league for years. So I don't think it would have made a difference. I think the Lions just would have been a nice story.
Right.
It would have been nice to see the Lions, right? You know what 100%. I mean? After that season, but hey, I was thinking this the other day when I was sitting and I was watching the games, and I was just like, because I was like, damn, like how they lose. And you know what? Styles make fights, man.
Yeah.
And the Lions have been beat up all year, injuries and stuff like that, but they were able to beat everybody because they were able to outscore everyone.
Yeah.
But then you went up with a team, against a team that was able to put up just as many points as you.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have been, technically more, right?
Shit on them at the end of the game.
So technically, it would have been nice to see the Lions, but the teams that are there, I'm not mad at it. I think it's a good story. I think it's Chiefs and Bills. Like, I feel like you needed a story for the NFC.
Right.
We got a story for the AFC, right? What's the story for the AFC?
It's Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes.
Age old. Battle of the Titans. Type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Manning, Tom Brady. You got the two big dogs finally getting to show who's who.
Right. So, and the Lions and the Eagles, I guess they both had good stories, but I feel like the Commanders and Eagles, to me,
it's better.
It's more compelling.
Yeah, it's a divisional. Right? It's a divisional conference championship.
But that doesn't happen very often. I'm sure if we looked it up, that hasn't happened very often.
Yeah, I agree.
So, and that's dope. You know what I'm saying? So now you got these two teams. You got this young quarterback who's surprising everybody in Jaden Daniels, and then you got Jalen Hurts, where everybody's waiting for him to prove, to show that, this is why we believe in you, right?
Get A.J. Brown to put that book down, right?
And you've got a team over there that is supposed to, Terry McLaurin and Brian Robinson, and, nobody was ever looking at these guys. Austin Eckler at the end of his career.
Bobby Wagner
at the end of his career. Nobody's looking at the Commanders like that type of team, but then you've got, the Eagles, where you're looking at Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. It's just a compelling ass story.
Yeah.
And I think
that people that are supposed to be here versus the people that weren't supposed to be here.
And I think that we've got two compelling stories on each side, on AFC and the NFC. So I am wild excited for this weekend, because you already know them parlays is going to be clicking.
Oh, yeah.
I've been killing them lately too, by the way.
I've seen the chat been blowing up. Something tremendous.
He could tell you.
Something tremendous. I gotta say.
He could tell you. I'm trying to get. I want people to eat with me, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You were telling me you got a couple jobs. I feel like FanDuel's become I feel like this has become a second job.
I mean, look, man. If scare money don't make no money, like I said before.
Fact,
so on that note, look, you already know Jaden Daniels been my guy all year. Rooting for him.
Yeah.
Really excited about this weekend. I'm glad that we finally got back on air, got to put this together, and I'm happy that everyone's still rocking with us, man.
Yeah,
so
man.
In the near future, keep an eye out for that clown up episode. Keep an eye out for something that we put out for the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you. Come on, bro. Stop playing!
See, that felt fun. That felt fun. We talked a little shit. We went here, we went there. Blah, 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 blah.